Good evening, everybody. Thank you for being here. So, we'll be asking questions based on our last two sessions on building the wealth mindset. So, if you have a question, you can either unmute yourself and ask, or you type it in the chat box. If you have a question, you can either unmute yourself and ask, or you type it in the chat box. It's going to be a very brief session. So if you have questions based on what we've discussed so far, you can unmute yourself now and ask, or you could just type it right there on the chat box so I can read it out and attend to them. So I remember during our first session, we asked ourselves some questions like, what does wealth really mean to you? Why exactly do you want to become wealthy? Why exactly do you want more money? And then we're able to thrash it out. We're able to discover that without a reason, without a clear purpose, without a clear why, man will just keep running after money without necessarily building wealth. So there must be clarity of vision as to why I want to become wealthy. What exactly is the driving force behind your pursuit of wealth? Why do you want to put together resources? Why do you want to accumulate resources? Why do you want to have valuable items in your custody? And then we went further to discuss how exactly you need to put wealth in your custody. How exactly you need to control wealth. It's not just about making more money, about knowing how to trap it so that money that has wings won't fly away from you, because you'll have tamed the wings and then have it seated right in your custody. And from there, in our last session, we went further to discuss about what those will be affected if you fail financially. If you decide to fail for one reason or the other, if you decide to quit for one reason or the other, who are those who will be affected? Loved ones, relatives, family members, those in the orphanage, the poor in your community, the poor in your neighborhood, those from your villages. Who are those who will be affected? Who are those you really want to rest when you become financially free? Which lives do you want to impact with your wealth? One, how much are you willing to go all the way to impact those lives? Because if there is no solid reason behind your wealth building strategy, behind the cause of you wanting to build wealth, then there will be no driving force as to why you should become wealthy. So you want to know who will be affected if I fail to become financially free. Who will not be able to fulfill their own purpose and destiny because I refuse to become financially free. And when you have such people around your lives, it becomes easier for you to keep going in the midst of adversities. But like we discussed earlier, it won't be a smooth ride. Anyone who have decided to become wealthy has said, I'm willing to go through the rough parts. The parts where only very few persons go through and get to the other side. So if you are going to go all the way, then you must be willing to pay the price. And the price will only be paid if there is a strong driving force as to why you need to build whatever level of wealth you are trying to build. And apart from you trying to help others, there should be also goals you yourself want to achieve. There should be things you want to get done with your life. If you don't have such things, we said get a piece of paper, write at least 5 things down. That this and this and this and this I want to achieve with my life. And if I don't become financially free, if I fail to build wealth, then all these goals will end up in the mud. And because I cannot afford to say these goals end up in the mud, I'm going to get up and go all the way until I get the desired results. I remember we also said to ourselves that apart from you making sacrifices, your mind must be well built. Your mind you must not allow your mind dictate to you that some things are impossible. You should be better off than your mind intends to give to you. You are stronger, you are smarter, and you are better than whatever it is your mind is telling you. So, if you can pay the price, if you can make the sacrifices, then you can genuinely build wealth. You can get the wealth game done. But apart from you just making sacrifices, apart from you just building wealth, you also have to be sure that you have the right reactions when you see things, luxuries that you can't afford at the moment. You don't say to yourself, I cannot afford this. You constantly tell yourself, how do I afford this? How do I get this done? This is really, really costly. Yes, I know. But what do I need to do legally and morally to get the type of resources, financial power, financial resources to help me acquire such things? Your mind must be opened. If your mind is shut, if your mind is closed, to be a lifetime struggle to build wealth. I see someone unmute herself. If you have a question, you can ask this. As I go through the chat room to see questions. If you have questions, please ask. Because the whole essence of this clan is to make sure that everyone in this clan is daily moving in the direction of financial freedom. Everyone in this clan is doing something valuable with their time and their life so as to finally build something substantial for themselves and for the generation coming after them. The generation coming after you say, you didn't even know the whole essence of this man's existence, and start praying that like someone prayed on social media some books back, that someone said, to us who push life without rich parents, God will surely make a way for us. Will that be the lamentation of your children? Or will it be that for those of us who our parents made legacies, that built legacies down for us, they will continue enjoying our father's wealth? Which one will be the comments of your children after you leave? Your children, they say, thank you, Daddy went all the way. Thank you, Mommy got this battle of finance won. Or will it be that day we say, I have to go through this because my parents didn't get this done? Your parents say, I'm starting from scratch because I didn't have rich parents, I didn't have rich uncles, I had no one to help me, and I'm doing it all alone. You ask yourself, what exactly do I want my children to say about me? Do I want to be that type of father who all he has for the children and the children are just debts? Or do I want to be that type of father or mother who has wealth to hand over to the next generation? Aside from moral teachings, aside from education, aside from basic needs of life, what added advantage do I want to leave for my children and my children? A good book says, a good man leaveth inheritance for his children. So, do you want to be the definition of a good man? And what level of inheritance do you want to leave for your children first, and be able to leave for your children's children? For anyone who will leave something that can be inherited for the third generation must first himself be okay with the way you are living your life now, with the way your mind is being built around wealth now. Do you think you are building enough to have to yourself something substantial, something that can sustain you yourself? And after you yourself, you are being sustained. After you yourself, you have financial resources to fulfill your goals. Do you think with those things you are doing, you're able to hand over something of substance to the next generation? What will be written of you? What will be said of you? What will your life count for? What advantage will your children say they have because they came out of you? If you don't have all these questions clearly answered along this path, along this journey of wealth creation and wealth building, you might have no cause. You might have cause at some point to stop going. So what is keeping your heart? What is making you so scared from that word wealth? What is making you see it as such a big burden that you cannot carry? What is making your heart fret? What makes you just your eyes open wide when you hear millions? And you hear $1 billion contracts? What makes you so scared? How do you decide to evolve? How? You can't keep getting so scared of wealth. You can't keep getting so scared of financial freedom and expect to be able to achieve that level of success you're aiming for. This community is tagged the Wealth Hub. Here is a hub for those who want to really build wealth, for those who are not afraid of building something of essence and of importance. What do you really want to build with your life? How determined are you? Why do you want to build it? Until these are well discussed within you, the how to build it becomes impossible. You must have a clear definition of what it is you want to build. You must have a clear definition of why it is you must build this thing you want to build. That is the only way the how to build it becomes possible. Everybody is running around money. Everybody is waking up day after day, doing the best they can do on their jobs, in their businesses, day after day. But only very few know exactly what they are running after. People are just running around just to make the next penny, just to earn the next dollar, just to pick the next salary, just to get the next paycheck. But what exactly are you running after? You must know what you really want to build. What exactly do you want to build? You must have a why. If I don't build this thing, I don't get this thing done, this and this and this will suffer. Then you can now start figuring out how do I get this thing done. Can have a job paying you millions every month and hence still end up being filed out bankruptcy a few years down the line. Very about people who won lotteries that are in millions of dollars. And less than 10 years down the line, they are back to square zero. So why was that person playing lottery? There was no clear vision. He just wanted to have money. Just more money. Just more money. Okay, now there's more money. What next? You don't know. So there must be a clear definition of what you want, why you want it. Then you can now think of how do I get this thing done. Most people just want money. They run to gamble. They play. They do bets. No. Following that path shows you don't have a clear definition of what you want to build. You can't want to build down for the next generation, and all you are thinking of is how to fraud someone else. No. What do you want to build? Why do you want to build it? Then you can now figure out how you're going to go about building it. Since there are no questions for me here, and since no one is asking me anything directly, we'll call it a day. I want you to stay hungry. Remember, the only way you won't go hungry is to stay hungry. The day you stop being hungry for more, soon you run out of all you have at hand. Stay hungry, stay financially sharp, make sure your mind is at peace with figures, and then win, because a generation is counting on you. If a generation failed you in the place of finance, make sure you don't fail another generation. I really want to see you win. I remain Adekunle Aderomi. Kids, I love you all.